Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel, Coffee Tea Paper. My name's Louise and week 10 we're up to with our little box of calm. But we will get to that a bit later. I've got a couple of things that I want to do first. One of them is that the lovely Ali over from Dabbling in Journals sent me a Christmas greeting. Yes, I know you might be thinking to yourself, Louise, it's March. That's like so last year and so 3 months ago. But I have no excuse. I just have that age-old excuse of I've been a little busy. So I just wanted to share with you that Ali sent me a couple of little Christmas treats, and one of them was a set of MU print-on Christmas stickers. So I will be totally saving those guilt-free because they're seasonal until next Christmas. So I'm very grateful for those. I love them. They always go on so nicely. They don't bulk up your journal too much. The artwork's always very schmick, and yeah, I really like this one with the champagne and the candle and the coffee cup. And then the other thing she sent me is this lovely journal charm made by the very talented and obviously keen of hand and eye Iana Nina. I really hope I'm saying that correctly. And she's on Instagram. She has an Etsy shop, and she makes these most intricate little charms of tiny, tiny beads. It was incredibly fortuitous that Ali chose to send me one with a cherry blossom, because when I was away, I went to the Starbucks Reserve Roastery in Nakameguro. They have this massive copper tank set up for roasting the beans and things like that, and I will share that in a future video. That was towards the end of my trip, so I'm just going through my holiday chronologically and my journal chronologically, so I will get to that. But I had to get the little copper tag of the sakura because along the Meguro River there are actually all these cherry blossom trees. So at certain points of the year, probably around about now, they will bloom. And coming to that, these will come into play. I also got myself, when I was in Kyoto, I purchased the Kyoto exclusive Traveler's Notebook cover, and as you can see, I haven't even taken it out of the wrapping. It has been traveling around in my suitcase since early December and has been sitting on my desk ever since. And what I'm going to do is, while I was in Japan, I started a stamp journal, and I collected stamps from the Traveler's Notebook stores and the train stations when I remembered, and tourist destinations when I remembered, and I put them into this sketch paper book. But I cut it all up because I shared a lot of my stamps as well with journal friends who are also Travelers Company fans. And when I get home, this is a very long-winded start, I know. When I got home, I put them all into this stamp journal. So I cut them all out and I have glued them in, and I have made my own stamp journal collection here. I've got a couple at the back. These are sort of like train station and miscellaneous stamps. If I ever go traveling again, one could only hope, I will not take this, but I will take something similar to this because I like sharing all the stamps, and so I can just stamp and cut it out and then put it in here. So the long story is that I am going to keep this stamp journal in my Kyoto Limited cover, and I'm going to decorate the cover with my copper sakura tag from Starbucks Reserve Roastery and my beautiful cherry blossom journal charm from Ali, made by Yana. I'll speed this bit up because, you know, there's all the peeling and the opening and things like that, but we'll do it together. I've got my coffee here. I'll put some music on. I also did get myself the green tea leaf paper journal insert as well, which is the Kyoto sort of special insert, or one of them that they have there. So I'm going to put that with my collection of spare inserts. That's such a beautiful green. And that's lovely there, isn't it? Be saving that. That's the little description. Traveler's Notebook, Traveler's Factory, Kyoto Edition. Cotton bag, leather cover, refill of the Kyoto Edition, and a spare rubber band. These are always included. It's just a care guide and the spare elastic. I always keep this too and use that as another spare elastic. Oh, it's quite a dark blue. Yeah, it's a lot darker than I thought. It's quite a dark, sort of matte blue, almost like an indigo. But I guess that offsets this copper foiling really, really crisply. And if you've seen my Kyoto and Tokyo travel video from the start of my trip, you'll of course recognize the Kyoto Tower and of course the Torii Gates from Fushimi Inari. Coffee, I think that's a little nod to the coffee culture around Nakameguro. Yeah, very nice. And this is the special insert. There is a reason why we trip to Kyoto. And here, of course, it's the same things, all the sort of specialities that Kyoto is known for. And I'm going to take this one out and put that with my, spare inserts as well. And I'm going to pop in my stamp journal. And I'm going to just slip this in after I've finished setting it up. And I want to put this charm on. I'll be saving that. There we go. We have our little copper sakura charm on the front. And now what I'm going to do is, because I actually like to put little charms on the ends of my journal, so when I have them lined up, even though they're generally different colors, I can identify them by their color and by the little journal charm hanging off the end. And look, it even has that sort of same color around the outside. And yeah, I think that looks really, really lovely. So thank you to Ali for sending that over for my Christmas present. And yes, I didn't even know while I was on the other side of the world that that was waiting for me, but I think it just looks all lovely together. So yes, so go and have a look at Yana Nina. She must have incredible fine motor skills because they're so intricate. I'm just going to pop this in the back so I know where it is. And there we go. If you tuned in last week for week 9, we got this card with a quote by Maya Angelou. I didn't know who she was at the time, but I really liked this quote and I really liked the imagery on the card. And it turns out that she is an absolutely fascinating woman. She's left us now, but an amazing life. So just the people she met, the time that she lived in. I stayed up quite late one night going down a rabbit hole of reading about her life and her, and she's quite a colourful character, and yeah, an American lady. She's also spent some time in Africa, was friends with Malcolm X, and yeah, it just makes for a really, really fascinating read. And to be honest, I'd be surprised if one day there isn't a movie of her life, and yeah, she becomes a bit better known outside of the United States as well. So that was a really, really interesting and enjoyable card, because sometimes I feel some of the cards are a little bit naff, and then the box throws up something like this and you go, oh wow, yes, somebody put a lot of thought into this particular one. Be that as it may, I also have a channel recommendation. I was so excited to be tagged by Satu, who has a YouTube channel called The Museless Creative. I shall leave a link and return the favor and tag her. And she did a lovely journal with me using one of the prompts. And yeah, so if this is something that you enjoy watching, please go and check her out. She created such a lovely page. I'll leave a couple of sneak peeks of some screenshots here, but you have to go and look at yourselves to see the final result. But she had some really interesting techniques of stenciling, and yeah, just a beautiful, relaxing journal with me video. And I immediately hit that like button and I subscribed. And I left a comment, of course. So go and check out Satu. She's in Finland. So she has a beautiful Finnish accent to listen to as well. Much better than my Australian, I don't know what we call it, drawl? Is that what they call it? An Australian drawl? I don't know. Let's see what this week has for us. So if you are joining in, don't forget to use the hashtag, which is hashtag CTP 2024 Calm Journal Prompts. So I'll put this lovely card that was such a, yeah, it's been great to have on my desk all week. I have very much enjoyed that. So I'll put that on the bottom and let's see what we have. Wow. Wow, someone didn't put much effort into the graphic design on this one, did they? We've got another block font and a yellow circle. So let's read it before we get judgy. Live in each moment. Okay, that's good. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie, right? Maybe that's the problem. If you're working on this box and you're the graphic designer and you get something like that which appears everywhere, maybe you just go, ugh, it's all been done before. What can I do? I'll do a yellow circle. Oh, harsh. Okay. Well, Well, I'm not going to use the color scheme, and there isn't really much else, so let's just focus on the words. Live in each moment. Right, yeah. Well, this basically gives me freedom to do whatever I want, I feel. And I'm immediately thinking about moments, each moment, maybe small vignettes, capturing that. And of course, we want to dial down this sort of tone of the card. So I want something that's sort of maybe little, small, delicate vignettes of life moments. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go and have a look and see what I've got in my stash. I think I got a set of stickers while I was in Japan that might work for that. So let me go and check that out and I'll come back to you and we'll get started. So grab your journal, grab your supplies, and yeah, we'll get stuck into it. All right, so it's quite a bit later. I actually ended up going to the gym and then I bumped into a friend of mine and ended up going and having a cup of coffee with them. Then I had to do some grocery shopping and I had to take my daughter to the physio, and then I've lost track after that. So there's just been a bit of running around. I got out a couple of these sticker sheets that I bought on my travels to Japan, because I thought between them they sort of have this little idea of that vignette idea. And I also got out a whole bunch of kind of label-y, framey type things. Yeah, there's a ton here because I really have no idea what colors I kind of want to go with at this point. So let's just get stuck into it. That was last week's, and I've just done a little bit extra here. I've put in a picture from my Himakuri calendar, and yeah, so we'll do week 10. It's Friday of week 9. This sticker pack, whoopsie. This is a Midori, a design fill one. So the same people who do the traveler's notebooks did this. And yeah, it's quite interesting because I thought it was actually 2 sticker sheets of the same, but it's 2 of different ones that you can actually use with frames and things. But I might use these ones. And then this one I got from like 100 yen store that my friend Claire took me to in Minata. And this one has sort of little vignette type stickers in there already. So I was kind of thinking I might be able to create little scenes with these people. I also found this nice piece of paper that it's got this leaf. Isn't that nice? That I might put in the middle there just to break up the grid. And I do want to write down a quote as well, but we'll get to that. Okay, let's just do some gluing and sticking. Friends, I'm going to finish up there today. I'm trying to not make it too cluttered. I really want to put some washi tape on, but I'm not. I might do some over this side. I'll see. But I think we have managed to dial down the intensity of the card and just focus on these little moments in life, treating ourselves to a bunch of flowers, or going out and having cake with a friend, or enjoying a good book and a cup of coffee or tea, just reflecting on things like nature around us with the leaves, enjoying a peaceful life when we remember to. I'll leave you with a few little close-ups, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give it a like and leave a comment if tell me what you think, and I will see you next time. Bye.